Is minimalism all that it's cracked up to be? Here's my experience. So what really drew me into this idea of minimalism is that it's completely the opposite of what society is trying to push. You know, consumerism mindset, buy, work really hard and then spend all your money so that you have to keep working, and it's just like a cycle, right? But minimalism is completely the opposite. It gives me a sense of ease. Like, I don't have to be in the rat race to earn money, to buy all these things, to impress all these people that don't really care about me. It's just a whole different mindset. Like, oh yeah, maybe I can actually be happy with less. Less is more, as they say. As I started to declutter my room, I felt bursts of euphoria with each item that I threw away. It's funny how some childhood items make it all the way to our adulthood, even though we never use it, never look at it, never need it, and just don't want it anymore. But yet it's there, without us even thinking twice about it. So when one starts minimalism, it's a little bit hard not to go overboard, just because it feels so good to open up that space. If you've done it, then you know. But I'll get to that later. So one of the cool things about minimalism, and probably one of my favorite things, is that it opens up space for other things in life, like the Lord, which we should, always strive to make number one in our lives, our families, our goals, and just the little things in life that we might not notice. Also, in my personal opinion, having a clean, open space just looks so much better and it feels so much more comfortable. Just having a simple home versus a very cluttered home that makes it look almost feel dark and just like kind of overwhelming versus a very brightly lit up room with just the right things that are needed. Maybe some plants, the typical minimalism aesthetic, but I just love it. It's just very light, and it just feels good. Also, this way of life is a lot cheaper. When we buy less things, then we don't have to earn as much. Therefore, we don't have to go to work as much either. It's a much more simple life. So those are some of the positives of minimalism. Now, I did want to mention, just being fully transparent, that minimalism can become an inconvenience. Like I said before, it can start feeling so good to get rid of things that we sometimes throw away things that we actually need. Now, there are some things that, for example, my old yearbooks, I made the personal decision to just throw it away. I never looked at it anyways, and I'm pretty sure we can get like online yearbooks nowadays. But anyways, there are certain things that I'm okay with throwing away, and I'm happy I did. Also, like, let's say index cards or pens. Like, I'm not trying to have 200 pens just in case. I'll have just enough, and if I need more, I'll just run to the Dollar Tree and buy some more. Like, that's not a big deal. But other things, like, let's say you throw away all your forks and knives, so you just have, let's say, one fork for you, or if you're a family, you have four forks, and it's like, okay, but what if you have company? My advice would be not to go overboard with it. If it's going to make your life easier, just have the items. It's okay. Pray about it and just be wise when it comes to minimalism, like with everything. Like, we shouldn't be afraid of having stuff. My rule of thumb is if I haven't used it in more than a year, then I feel pretty confident throwing it out. Also, this quickly led me into digital minimalism, which is a whole nother rabbit hole. It's a whole nother thing that can be extremely exhausting. But I mean, if you tackle it little by little, it can be very relieving as well. But I won't even get into that. Anyways, this way of life really makes me think before I buy something. And when I do buy it, I feel a lot better because I know that it truly is going to add value to my life, or else, of course, I wouldn't have gotten it. So it makes me feel a lot better with my purchases, and I value them a lot more because I don't just go out buying things willy-nilly. Overall, I just love the feeling of living light. It makes me feel free. Like, I can just up and go wherever, whenever. Like the disciples when Jesus sent them out two by two, telling them to take nothing. I can only imagine how liberating that feels, and knowing that they were provided for each step of the way. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click here to watch another video. This channel is all about minimalism, healthy recipes, whether it be for food or for products. It's just about simple living overall. I do want to get into some vlog content, so you don't want to miss that. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. God bless.